with Tony, am I right? Yeah, and no, we're here at the Dunkirk Memorial House, and this is where you live, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, it's British Legion runs it, and obviously, it's good.
Well, yeah,
They
it
give
is. Yeah.
they give help to vets as well.
Yeah. Oh, we're all veterans here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, every single one of them that's inside, or
Fun?
every single person that's inside
Yeah.
is a
Yes.
veteran.
Yeah.
Wow, brilliant. Man. And well, you obviously served. So where did you serve? What regiment?
Well, I was in the Navy and the Army. And I served in the Korean War, and I served in in Malaya against the terrorists in the jungle. I served in the jungle. Yeah.
So you must have had jungle training, or
Yeah. Yeah.
it must have been tough, right?
It was tough. Very bad.
Yeah.
The enemy were mostly the leeches and wild animals.
What kind of wild animals?
Snakes.
Snakes? Oh no, I don't really deal with snakes. Yeah, so you served in the Navy and the Army, so...
It's unusual, but in those days you could serve with both. And so I did.
How did you, why and how did you transfer that?
Well, I mean, after the Korean War finished, we were given the option of going over to the Army because they were short of men to serve in the jungle.
Okay.
So I did.
So they asked for people and
Yeah.
stepped up
And
to the call.
I volunteered.
Oh, wow. Looks like that.
They were very dangerous people that we were after. They were very dangerous people.
Yeah.
And what they did, they murdered the managers of all the rubber
Really?
estates, where they got the rubber from. They killed the managers mostly.
So then they were basically like terrorists.
Yeah.
Obviously they called you for help and
Yeah, all right. What they had us to do was to either catch them or kill them. Mostly kill them because they knew if they were captured, they would be hanged. They were always hanged. They were never imprisoned. It was a hanging.
Oh.
So they would fight to the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow. So you were put right in the middle of that.
That's right. Yeah. And we were ambushed as well once.
Yeah.
And survived that.
Would you consider that the same as like what they did in Vietnam and?
Yes. Yeah. Well, it was about 6 o'clock of an evening,
Yeah.
and luckily, one of our patrols spotted a face in the jungle, and this individual was one of the people we were after, and he made a mistake, and he put his head up, and one of our people saw him, and then we all started firing, and of course once he realised he couldn't do anything, he ran for it. It just we couldn't catch him.
Any other interesting stories you got about that? Like,
Well, I mean,
you must have a lot.
mostly it was just fighting the jungle, really, and that was bad.
I mean, a lot of people nowadays they find it hard to deal with the elements and.
Well, now, of course, they were all Chinese, and most of them were. They had been in the jungle all the war. They'd been there about 5 years, and they all had a price on their heads from the Japanese, and they survived them. Then they fought the British, and in the end, most of those that weren't killed, I think they were allowed in the end to surrender.
Really?
Yeah.
I commend you bravely for going,
Quite. It was bad. I mean, the Korean War was bad enough.
Oh yeah, you were in Korea?
I was in the Korean War, yes.
Anything you can tell me about that?
Well, I was injured in the Korean War, and
happened.
Yeah, it was a nasty war, nasty war. Well, I served in Korea as well, against the North Koreans and the Chinese. And it was a nasty war. A lot of people were killed, a great number of people were killed. And it went on for many years. And during the winter, it was very cold, you had Arctic weather. And so the war, there wasn't a lot of fighting during the war because of the weather. So you did most of the fighting during the better weather in the summer. Great number of people were killed in Korea itself, not just the people fighting the war, but amongst the Koreans themselves. So it was a good thing when they argued for many years around the table, and the Chinese under Mao Zedong didn't want anything. They just wanted to keep it going.
Really?
And of course in the end they had to agree that the war had to come to an end. But that was a particularly nasty war. And we were all pleased when it came to an end.
Yeah, it must have been.
Yeah.
You were put in that situation when you were fighting,
Yes.
serving a country.
Yes, well I served in that war for 2 years.
Yeah, so what do you think about all these bikers showing up today with rolling?
Well, it was a good idea. A very good idea.
Yeah. You know, because they go all around the country.
Yeah, but once upon a time, the bikers were the enemies of people with scooters.
Yeah.
Like this one. But they.
Nowadays, they're coming together.
Yeah, they're coming together now. But once upon a time, there was always trouble. And but I had a scooter. I had a Lambretta.
Oh, did you?
Oh yes, I had a Lambretta.
Oh wow.
And
you must be overjoyed seeing all this.
Yeah. And there was always trouble.
What about the trikes as well?
Yeah.
Got you some books.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
All right, so see what you think.
Okay, right, okay. Yes, so we were the enemies of the bikers, and there was always trouble. Well, you just used to try and keep out of their way, really.
I guess.
But once I was actually riding a scooter with somebody on the back, and a biker actually crossed the road on the other side and made a run at me.
Oh yeah?
And then at the last minute pulled away, so it nearly tipped us off.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, so that's what it was like.
Wow.
But everybody's friends now.
Yeah. Especially for causes, like giving toys to kids and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
hospitals and all.
Yeah.
They're all going now.
But I rode a motorbike as well, so I never disliked the bikers, but I preferred a scooter.
We're all leaving now.
I had a big Lambretta. They acknowledge you now, but once upon a time they wouldn't have done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Clive Proctor.
Well, I rode a motorbike as well.
Does that make you? Does it give you a bit of a boost? Like?
Yeah.
They're all leaving now. Yeah, doesn't it give you a bit of a boost seeing all the support and
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
I like to see the lights. I mean,
yeah,
some of them are really good. I mean, the one
I know.
behind you there, I mean, it's marvellous.
yeah, especially that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, should get you on there for a picture.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what you call them, those guys. But,
Yeah, anyway, thank you for the
yeah,
for
that's
your time.
fine. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, and thank you for serving.
Yeah.
Because obviously, without you guys, we wouldn't have any freedom, would we?
No, that's right.
Be totally different.
Yeah, that's true. Really, yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's all right. We finish our days in somewhere like this. It's good.
Bit of a high, high note. Anyway, well, thank you.
Yeah.